Thank you, and thank you to you all for watching this Good Practice vlog. In Bexley, you know that we value our relationships that we have with families. We believe that that's what helps them to change. And Signs of Safety is helping us to work out how to collaborate safely and to make decisions in the best interest of children. Welcome to our Good Practice vlog, and to all those people who've gone the extra mile, who are featured in this vlog, thank you very much.
Hi, I'm Jane. I'm Assistant Team Manager in Central South Locality Team, and I worked with a young mother and baby who unfortunately couldn't look after her baby. That was sad, but what was really good was that we found some really wonderful adoptive parents for her, and the outcome was really good.
I'm Nicola, and I'm an SEN case officer working in Children's Services. And I was nominated and won Employee of the Month because Bexley Voice, a parent group, nominated me for helping their members with their queries and solving their problems.
Hi, my name is Kabala Galiwango. I'm a senior practitioner in the Children's Placements team, and I was nominated with my colleague Nicola. She's a social work assistant in the team. We were nominated by the East Locality team. Do you want to discuss?
Yeah, we try really hard to make sure we get as much information around a placement, so that even if it's an emergency placement, we really still try to make sure it's a good match. And this one was a bit tricky, and we tried our really best. We'd like to say thank you to Tracy for nominating us, but we do just feel we're just doing our job, aren't we?
Yeah.
My name's James Guy, and I'm a social worker in one of the Looked After Children teams. And I was nominated for a piece of work that I carried out over a year with a family where the family was very reluctant to work with us, and the children were very anxious about talking to a social worker, and through various activities such as taking them to the cinema and doing different drawing and play-doh with the children, we managed to develop quite a good working relationship which enabled the family to work with other professionals as well.
Hi, my name's Tracy Shaw. I'm an Early Years Project Officer within the School Improvement Team. I was nominated for organising an annual childminding conference held at the Civic Offices in February this year. 90 childminders attended, and they were able to participate in a number of workshops including British values, reading, observation and assessment. They had the opportunity to network with other childminders and learn about the resources and help that we offer within the council. Thank you.
Hello, my name's Felicity. I was nominated by my team for the work we've done on the apprenticeship event alongside my colleagues Johanna Dench and Jenny Reardon. We couldn't have done the event without the support of lots of other departments in the council, like graphics, communications, facilities teams, social workers, all sorts of people who helped promote the event, so that in the end we had over 500 residents attending with over 60 providers in an event that actually took 6 months to provide. And we're hoping to repeat this again next year.
My name's Jo Smith, and I work with the Early Years team. I'm currently the business manager. And I was staff of the month because we took on the management of the 2-year offer team, and that's the team that places 2-year-olds in nurseries, preschools and with childminders for their very early education, particularly vulnerable 2-year-olds, and it's the team that then tracks that child right through their early education until they go to school. So it's probably one of the most valuable early interventions that we can have with these very, very vulnerable children. And the team are an absolute pleasure to work with. They're absolutely wonderful. They know their job, they're fantastic at talking to parents, and we've had nothing but really, really good feedback about the experience that our parents have in getting engaged with this really important initiative.
Okay. Okay, hi, my name's Janet Jacob. I'm a social worker on the locality team, and I work with children all over the borough. I was actually nominated by Sharon Gorgudge. She is a community safety officer, and she nominated me because she said she was impressed with my speedy work and change for this family. What happened is I came back onto the locality team, having been away from that team for a few months, and I was given this case whereby a family had come to Bexley from Lewisham as a place of safety. These children were at risk of serious harm from a known gang in Lewisham. They were involved in drugs and firearms, and this was seized by the police, and because of that their life was at threat from these gang members. So they were moved here to Bexley. However, we felt that the distance between Bexley and Lewisham was not far enough, because the children kept going back to Lewisham, placing themselves at risk. In the end, I had to work with mother and work with the children to negotiate moving them safely to another borough. But what literally happened is they ended up moving to Birmingham, because that was the safest place it could be. We had to get them as far away as possible. So together with myself and the police and the community officers, we arranged for these children within 2 weeks of having the case to be moved to Birmingham. It wasn't that straightforward, there was a lot of work involved. But once the children were moved to a place of safety and I transferred them over to Birmingham Social Services, I still kept in touch for another few weeks to ensure that the children were in school, that they had got used to their area, and they were finally feeling settled and safe. So that's my story.